Vibeship TV.
Yes, sir.
Mentally and physically, financially ain't where I wanna be, but I won't hide it, I'ma show it. With a smile to hide the fact that deep inside I'm at my lowest. I can't speak the way I feel, I write it out like Langston Hughes, young Duke a poet. Don't reach out to me like you want offer help, but I'm gon' owe it. Tried to go to school myself and got declined like I ain't good enough. Tried to join the army, got declined like I ain't good enough. Almost did life and tried to change my ways, but they talk down like I ain't hood enough. How much could I take? Sick of hair and I'm gon' make it. How much longer could I wait? How much longer I'm supposed to be strong and hope I make it shake? If they ain't want niggas to trap, they should've raised minimum wage. Only time I feel alive is when I'm rapping on the stage. Sometimes if I ain't have a daughter, I wouldn't trip about the payment. When you real, your arm is strong, I see the chinks inside the fake. Made it out the cell too many times, you see it ain't my fate. Stand around and show my daughter self-respect and be the man I need to be. To show her she don't need to fuck just cause he took her on a date. The real gon' feel me, best believe I been said fuck who can't relate. I'm making money off my streams, I don't make shit off what they say. You'll start to think you ain't got what it takes when you read all the hate. I'm the one I might lose hope, but my position I'm gon' keep. Tables turn you bragging out, but you could lose it in a week. It fucked me up, my mama still let money problems lose her sleep. Time to deal my family moving to the birds before you blink. Every time I sell a drug, I be like, God, this was my last. Every time I bust my gun, I be like, God, I had the blast. And only God could judge, so why the fuck you bringing up my past? They like, Duke, we want that drill shit, killer be kill shit. My ops ain't putting in work, came through that north and got they will flip. She asked me who I think I am, like she don't know I'm still lit. Long as you got some motion, you ain't broke, hop in that field quick. Mentally and physically, financially ain't where I wanna be, but I won't hide it, I'ma show it. With a smile to hide the fact that deep inside I'm at my lowest. I can't speak the way I feel, I write it out like Langston Hughes, young Duke a poet.
Yes, sir. Vibeship TV, we in the building.
That dude Duke Bill. Make sure y'all go stream that on all platforms.
All platforms right now. It's a motherfucking vibe. You know? This is Vibeship TV, we in the building, man. It's your boy Dre.
And it's laid like the chips, yes sir.
Yeah, I know what it is, man. We in the building, man. Hey, man, there's no guests. We just coming through to drop some knowledge on y'all, man. And, you know, give us our, you know, rest in pieces to a couple people that have been passing away, you know, in the city of Pittsburgh. A lot of things been going on, and we really just want to, you know, speak on it a little bit because, you know, we had somebody on the platform that, you know, had lost their life. Rest in peace to him, Get Drake. We really want to just, you know.
Rest in peace, man.
You know, speak on a couple things. It's just like, where's the peace and the love at? And where should we go from here as a city as a whole?
No, I definitely feel you on that, bro. Condolences to his family and everything as well. He literally was up here 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. Literally, by the time y'all see this, it'll be a little bit later dated, but before that. But the city has been crazy. That whole weekend was crazy. I think a little girl passed away. Condolences to her.
Condolences
and her family. I think a girl passed away. I think she had like a domestic. I think that's what happened. Something like that. Y'all, if I'm saying it wrong, y'all can leave it in the comments. But rest in peace to her. Condolences to her and her family. And I think somebody lost their life out Clearton as well. Condolences to him. He was from a Keysport. I think his name was Derek. I don't want to butcher nobody's name if that wasn't it or not. But definitely rest in peace to him and condolences to him and his family. The city has been crazy. It's been looking like a brutal Pittsburgh in all. And when we sat up here and when we were having conversations, just to anybody that comes on the platform, anybody that comes here, even the people that be behind the camera that watch, see what we speak on, about speaking life into the community, about bettering ourselves and bettering our situations.
And just about evolving, you know. A lot of people out here, you know, might be stagnant in a situation, you know, going through trauma, going through pain, going through trials and tribulations. And we all go through them. But how we handle them, that's where it gets different. That's where the journey gets different because everybody grown in different backgrounds, different households. So they're taught to handle their emotions differently. And I feel like the state of just the United States, period, and just America, what's going on, no politicking, so that's not what I'm speaking on, but just the state of people, from my vision, is people are at a point where they're just not understanding how to handle their emotions. It's just like a person behind a gun. The person behind the gun is dangerous. The gun's not dangerous. It doesn't get up and shoot someone. It's actually the person behind it. So I feel like the state of mind that people are in, you know, I see a lot of people that have a lot of stress where it's causing them to, you know, kind of lose who they are in a sense.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Do you feel like it's just been a not a lost cause, but just not enough logic going on lately? It seemed like that within the last like 2 years for real, bro.
Logic, sometimes common sense ain't common.
That's true.
Sometimes common sense ain't common because, you know, what people think is some common sense to do, they might say, oh, no, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Because their pride is in the way.
Right.
Or it could be, you know, they just think that it's okay to do what they're doing. You know, there's a thing where I always say that truth, what is truth? People say, what is truth? What is truth to you? Truth is something that is real that you have seen with your own two eyes. But imagine this, let's just reverse it. People only believe that truth is truth based on what we agree on. So if we all kill people, 7 people, let me just say 7.
Yeah.
There's 7 killers. We think this is okay.
Yeah.
Somebody in Colombia or somebody overseas think that's okay, that this is normal.
No, facts.
That's their life. So they saying, we agree, this is what we do. So we think this is truth. So what I'm saying is that perception can, you know, distort people's reality on what is real and what is really happening. And they're not knowing because they're moving on emotions.
Seem like it's a going with the flow type of thing that's been turning a lot of people into crash dummies. And what I mean by that is like you're going straight into a brick wall. That's the metaphor I'm trying to get at. Like you see the wall, you see what it's coming to, but you still run full-fledged straight into it, which is kind of wild to me. There got to be a time frame of you understanding that just this ain't right. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't think I'm just saying that just because I'm at the age that I'm at now. Most of the things that I did in life, I knew that there was a and B situation, well, A and B solution to it. It could be this way, which is going to make the solution or the problem even worse. And then it was, okay, I can do it this way, and it's going to be better for me in the long run. So with some things, yeah, I'm not going to lie, I was on the other fence, making things problematic. But I know everybody has to realize, like, damn, it's a domino effect of bad shit keep happening. There got to be a switch that goes off in your head, like, you know what? Maybe it's time for me to be the change. Like, I get it, like you said, bro. It's 7 killers, but out of all the 7 killers, shit, one of the killers might watch anime. One of the other killers might know how to play the piano. You feel what I'm saying? The other killer, just like we was just talking about, dude, you say he was from Philly, running track. It's like everybody has a talent or everybody has things that bring them to peace. I think they need to start worrying about what brings them to peace a little bit more, just for everybody in the city. If you're a rapper, go rap, go do what you need to do. Go state to state if you have to, travel. If you're an artist, connect with the people in your community, your creatives. Just like we need more of this going on, more productivity.
Right. And just the question is like, I think people, this is me just, you know, in my opinion. So don't take this any other type of way, but not to you, but just to the audience. Just saying, are we questioning ourselves like you said, where do we want to go? What are we doing? And matter of fact, the biggest question I think some people might be asking internally is, yo, how can I change? How can I change? That's a question that some people ask themselves.
Swear.
And they say, how can I change? But I don't think people really know how to. And I'm certainly speaking on my own experience. I didn't know how to at one point in time.
Right.
But how was the doing? So it's the continuous doing the thing and then it evolves into something else, right? Prime example, 2009, I was thinking about doing some company called MCA Motor Club of America, selling the product online.
Mm-hmm.
But it ended up turning into me learning marketing. And then doing marketing to creating digital course.
Right.
To me trying to get a business called Traffic Leads Media off the ground, which I'm trying still. But just telling me that that's how the evolution of doing something over and over, it evolves into something totally different than what you expected.
That's true.
So it's like people are not saying, okay, I tell people all the time, I'm a reader, and I never used to be a reader. But I always tell them, hey, we could read financial books. The app is right on the iPhones. So we can pick up a book and say, let me read this and see what this is about. You might say a person like, I don't have time to read. Okay, let's listen to audiobooks.
Yeah.
How can we listen to audiobooks? You're a listener.
You can move around on the audiobook at any time.
Anytime. But people be like, oh, they'll rather buy some squares, go get a shot of liquor, buy a little bit of weed, boom, buy that $13 book.
Shit, some of the books, even you saying that, some of the books are free. You
Facts.
can go right on YouTube.
Facts.
A lot of them are free, honest to God, when it come down to it. And even you, like what you saying that, I think that was something, even myself, I had to deal with that for a while. I deal with it till today. You know what I mean? Because I just want to be better.
Because we're evolving.
You always want to be better, or you always want to, room for improvement. But I remember when I was working at Verizon, and I remember just sitting there one day, and I was just like, yeah, I make good money and everything, but I was just like, what is something that I can do so I don't gotta come to this job no more? You know what I mean?
Good question.
Swear it. Around that time, like just like how you were saying with you doing the marketing and stuff, I started to go to the spot called Avalon. I was buying their clothes though. I didn't even know about them like buy, sell, trade. I was just going to go buy the clothes, like. And that was my spot to go. I ordered the clothes on while I was on break and everything. Like, yeah, I'll come up there on my break so I can grab my clothes. Bro, it used to be crazy.
Busy.
Bro, it used to be crazy. Just for me to wear type shit. And later on, it's crazy to know that ended up becoming an outlet for me for what I'm doing now, and how much experience I got from that, different people that I got to meet. It just opened me up for sure. But it for surely started with one thing out of everything. It started with me with an idea and actually pushing an idea. Like I didn't know like what was going to happen. I didn't know if I was going I didn't know where it was going to get me. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Right.
I just knew that I didn't want to keep doing the same thing. Like, and for you to be consistent with stuff, for sure, you gotta do the same thing. But I'm saying, like, being stuck in a rat race of, I'm gonna just get a job,
right?
Go out for the weekend every weekend. You know what I mean? Like, just
speaking on the book that we both have read, Cash Flow Quadrant. Yeah. Robert Kiyosaki. He wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad. This is a financial book, so I want y'all to take that down. That's a financial book that's going to change your life and give you a whole different perspective and let you know who you are in the economy.
Yes.
In the economy that we live in, that's made off of capitalism.
And it speaks on 4 quadrants, just so y'all know.
Let's talk about it.
The employee quadrant
is E,
where most people are in. The small business quadrant, which most people are in.
Are self-employed.
And then we have the other side. We say the other side because that's the best side for you to be on, which would be
B for business.
The business quadrant.
That means you create systems
that
you can walk away from and still make money. Understand that. You create systems that make money. So let's give you an example of that. That would be your McDonald's. They have a system. They have a chain of line how they make the burgers and the fries and the nuggets and everything, right? But their prime business is real estate.
Facts.
They own the land that they build on and franchise it, and they have a system that CEO can walk away and it's still going to make money. That's an example. And the I is what? An investor.
As investor.
The person that buys businesses.
Yes, or they buy into businesses and don't have to do nothing but reap the benefits.
Yes.
Now, that's where a lot of people want to be.
And that's high risk.
And that's, it is.
It is high risk
but it's risk, not risky.
Yeah.
Just so you know, because some people
like
get it
that.
confused when they think like risk and risky are two different things. It's not a risk for you to want better for yourself.
Facts.
It's not a risk for you to want to get paid more and do less. That's not a
Facts.
risk. You know what's risky though? You working a 9 to 5 thinking that you going to change something out of it.
For 40 years.
And they giving you the same. They give you the same payout. I'm talking about the same payout because most jobs, you know, they have a cap. They're gonna put you at a cap. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If y'all are fine with that, that's wonderful. But I want everybody, anybody that's working, y'all can all beat the system.
Right. And let's break this down for them just a little bit. I want to break this down because I really love this book. The E is that you're an employee, which most of us are employees, right? So you work the job, right? And then you're the person that's getting paid for a check. That means you work for the capitalist system, okay? Self-employed. Now, we have a lot of self-employed people.
Sure.
A lot of self-employed people in Pittsburgh. I realized that. When I looked at this book, I said, oh, that's what's going on in Pittsburgh. Like, we got a lot of self-employed people, meaning they have a product, they have a service, and they're the person selling it consistently on a daily basis. They have clothing lines. We got them out here in the city. We have people with, I don't know what else products that they may have, but physical products.
We got healthcare products.
Healthcare products.
We got people that are contractors for houses. We got people that are in real estate, but these are still people that are working
in the self-employed quadrant. So when you're in the self-employed quadrant, the key thing is you want to do everything yourself. You don't want nobody to get a hold of this because you're like, man, I want to make all the bread. Yeah, I'm going to do it all. But the problem with that situation is when you're trying to cross over to a B, you need systems, delegation, people you can trust to run the business, people that know that you have a system in place that's sufficient for them to operate on. When you go to a 9 to 5, what do they have? A system.
You got a system.
They have an employee. They have a hiring process. They have a training process. And then now you're on the floor and you're doing the exact job that they trained you for because that's a system. While the CEO's just sitting at the top like, hey, all I got to do is think of ideas how we can grow the business while all the systems that's in place are efficient to run the company. Now, they do change time to time as they get more efficient, but this is letting you know when you're crossing from an S to a B quadrant. Now, in the I, it gets different because now you're buying stocks, you're buying companies, you're investing in companies like bro said. You're investing into those companies, and when you invest into those companies, what happens? You're able to reap the benefits like he said, but those people understand the risk that it comes with it. They are the person that can understand how to weather the storm. Now, I want bro to piggyback on what I'm saying, but what does it take to be in these quadrants as in emotionally?
So when it comes to being in the quadrant emotionally, it's how you perceive yourself, how you want to be perceived, also what you eat, what you listen to, what you see. These things are very important when it comes down to it. This is why people have no problem with being an employee. They see everybody being an employee because they want to check. That's perfectly fine. If you want to check, that's perfectly fine. The same with the small business. Like all these places have different solutions. For you being an employee, your solution is buying into things. It could be stock, it could be real estate, it could be a couple things. Honestly, it can be. The same with small businesses. Small businesses, like he said, everybody wants to be able to do everything on their own. So their mindset is more so they don't want to work for nobody else because they don't want to get put at a cap. So they just see things differently. They can go without it being a problem because in 2 weeks they might triple their money. They might quadruple their money. You don't know, like you truly go into believing yourself. But the issue with that is you need to believe in other people too. Like he said, you do have to have a trust factor to understand, like, even if somebody is going to mess up or not, if you have the system in place, most of that shouldn't matter, which would get you into the B quadrant. It's going to get you into the B quadrant because everything that you want to do on your own is a system. that you can put in place. And there's somebody for every system. Like, I'll just break it down real quick. Like, for what I do, it's saying cutting grass. I can literally have a manager, somebody that tells people all the routes that they got to run. I can have somebody actually just cut. All he would do is just cut. He would just mow the lawn, nothing else. I can have somebody only trim. All they would have to do is trim. But these are systems, and it makes it feasible. Let's say that you need to give them some money. Okay, now you have a card that has a limit, so you know that they're not going to be able to go over the limit just for them to get gas. If you want to provide lunch, you know what I mean, depending on how many routes you got them, but it's all a system that you put in place. So all you got to do is make sure you come in every week like, hey, I'm just making sure the paperwork's right, and you keep it moving. You're not doing nothing else. Now,
that's the system.
That's the system. That's once you're a business. Now, from there to the investor, this is you having your money work for you. By this time, your business is being ran. You got money and income coming in, and now you want the money on top of, you want the money that you got coming in working for itself. So you're not spending it on everything. You're actually making it multiply more. So let's say, okay, you're doing properties for contractors, and then the contractor lets you know like, hey, I need these properties done, but we're about to build these up, and we want to know if you want to be an investor. You want to see if you want to put your money into it. Like things like this conversation that you never know it can happen. Or let's say it's a startup company, right, for something that deals with just in general. AI. Yeah, for sure. That deals with something that's going to be
good for the whole population.
Yes, good.
So it's like massive production products that's going to be produced. So you're understanding like, okay, there's flying cars, right? So there's people out here that got money. Your business is making money. We're not going to invest individually as a person. We're going to invest through our company. Now our company's bringing in revenue, and we taking that money and investing into other businesses and companies that's going to grow in the future. This is how the money starts growing. This is the insight of this book. Like I said, Cash Flow Quadrant. Go get that book. Robert Kiyosaki. It's going to change your mind. But I've been on my financial literacy 1 book a month because I'm understanding that most Americans are not financially educated. And this is just one way to grow that I spoke on from the beginning of this conversation. It's understanding that you must grow. And if you want to grow, reading is fundamental, right? TV is television. So understanding that if you're sitting down watching TV, they're telling you their vision. Mm-hmm. If you're reading, your mental's getting active. It's having fun because it's being able to see things that in different ways because you're getting a different perspective that you didn't have before. Mm-hmm. So that's just one way to grow. There's working out. You can go to the gym. You can start working out once a week just to start and then build it up from there. But the whole key thing is that when you stay consistent, what happens? It evolves.
Yes.
It changes.
Yes.
It changes. And it grows into something better and even stronger. So people got to realize that. I think the question that they like I said, they keep asking it to themselves, like, how can I change? Start doing the things that other people are not doing. Mm-hmm. Look where everybody else is going, and then be like, I don't want to do that.
No, facts.
Let me try something different. Yeah, they might look at you weird, but
I feel like that's the way it should be, bro. Oh, for sure. Just so y'all know, this episode is sponsored by Eon. From Thursday to Sunday, come down, show some love. We got great drink specials. We got great Solar Great. Solar Great. You can watch the game in here, man. Yeah, bro, definitely.
Down low, I like my top.
Manny Fresh, I got you, nigga. I'ma show that nigga what to do with one of your beats, man. Hey, I'm shutting the whole block down. Here comes the trouble, homie. I'ma tell you how the king like to ride, homeboy.
I like my beat down low, and my top. You see me ride 24. Hey, shop, hey, holla at that like you're getting wood. Hey, you're talking that back. If you're real sick, hey, yo, what no bitch like. I like my beat down low, and my top. You see me ride 24. Hey, shop, hey, holla at that like you're getting wood. Hey, you're talking that back. If you're real sick, hey, yo, what no bitch like.
Weird, but That's called being the authentic you. If you're being the authentic self, then you're gonna stand out, and people's just gonna be looking at you like, man, that man's dude's different. I don't know what's wrong with him. Like, no, I'm in my own lane. I'm in my own life. I'm in my own body. I'm in my own spirit, and I'm living the way that I know that is right for me. And that's the thing about life, is that it gives the biggest lessons if we just pay attention when it's telling us stop doing that.
And it's a domino effect, bro. Like you saying that, it's a domino effect. Like, it's one day at a time.
Facts.
It's not going to happen in a week. It's not going to happen in a month. You know what I mean? But if you're consistent enough and you stick to your regimen, stick to the system that you put in place, everything will follow suit how it needs to. Honest to God, it will. One thing that I peeped, like with like just systems, I remember making a system and not even knowing I made a system. It was kind of wild for real. And everybody around me kept asking me, like, Ari, I gained the weight back and everything, but I lost like maybe 40 pounds. And they're like, bro, you lost some weight. You might need to look at yourself in the mirror or weigh yourself. I'm like, why you say that? It's like, nah, bro, you look like you've been losing weight. And I was like, I ain't been doing nothing but cutting grass and drinking water and really not eating. Like, I wasn't eating red meat. I wasn't eating those sugars because I couldn't at the time. There was something else that I wasn't eating. But I cut all these things out and lost so much weight fast. So I'm guessing even with me cutting grass, I had to be doing a lot of core workouts with me, however I was moving the lawnmower and how I was weed whacking, whatever the case was. But I cut and trimmed down so much weight without none. So let's say that happened and I made it into a full system. With anything that you do in life, it's going to help you out, but it's a day at a time. Day at a time. Things might not go the way you want it to some days, but just take it a day at a time, a second a minute. That's it. Just
right. And just take it a day at a time. So don't rush the process, and just take your time on what direction you want to go in. And for my young people, man, I'm 37. It's for my young people that's 20-something years old. You 20-something years old, or you out here trying to live fast because you see on the Instagram, you see the girls, you see the money, you see the cars, you see the clothes, you see the hoes. You doing it all. Like, you see it all. And you want the lifestyle, and you just want to get rich so you can live as wild as you can live. I remember at one point in time, I felt that same way, man. But as you get older, you get wiser, right? And you start understanding, like, all right, there's certain things I really don't need, especially when you got kids. I got kids. So I take it's a big deal for me to be in their lives. It's a big deal for me to be around them. So it's like, all my people out here that's got kids, and if you living wild, you got to understand is that God gives warnings. You know what I'm saying? He gives signs. And if you ain't listening to the signs, then it's going to be very hard for you to navigate life, because you're going to keep hitting these brick walls, and to the point that those brick walls is going to rip your head off. And you're going to be done. And that's where you be like, damn, ain't nobody coming to save me. Nobody's not real. You start saying stuff like that, but it ain't that nobody's not real. It's that you ended up in a situation because you made the choices. And those choices is you. And this is where we come to a responsibility as a grown man, as a grown woman, to look in the mirror and say, everything's my fault. Everything I'm doing, the choices that I'm making. You start looking at your choices, those choices, you start saying, this choice led to this choice led to that, choice led to that, but you'll try to blame it on external things like, oh, no, it's because of this. Like, no, you're in control, but do I understand that some of us don't have emotional intelligence?
Yeah. It's what I'm learning is you gotta want to teach yourself it too, because I'm still in the process of learning it myself. I'm not going like I'm not.
Yeah, me too. I'm still learning it. I'm just saying
there's a lot that you gotta grasp when it comes to it. There's a lot of things that you gotta stop doing because of it, for sure. Like you said, because you start learning yourself that you being angry all the time is not a good feeling. That's just more so showing that you're frustrated and you don't know why.
Just to piggyback on that, bro, I think this is a part of emotional intelligence, it's something that I'm learning right now. Every day, I'm being very, very conscious of the voice that's inside. on what he's saying. Not outside.
Yeah.
Inside will determine your future.
I ain't gonna lie, and that
is
that
the
helps.
kicker. Cause it's like, yo, cause I'm like, I'm saying wild stuff to myself in my head as I walk somewhere or go somewhere or be in the car. Not like no super crazy stuff, but there's stuff where I'm like, oh man.
Negativity.
Yeah, negativity because you're getting frustrated.
Yeah.
But inside you're saying it.
Yeah.
But though you gotta watch and be mindful of that voice because that's the voice that's destroying you.
Facts.
And I had to, I'm really being, and this is because of Robert Kiyosaki, Cash Flow Claudia, he's talking about this. He said, listen to the voice inside. So I'm starting to listen like, oh, don't say that. We got it. Because he said, me and my wife were homeless.
Swear.
He said him and Kim was homeless. And when they was homeless, he said, in my head, what made me tough to be rich was the voice, me not listening to the voice that said, you're done. It's over. You can't make it. He said, I will always be like, I got it. He would shush it. I'm like, oh, you got to know how to fight with that.
Yeah, be fighting yourself.
Because it'd be that voice that be talking crazy like, oh, this ain't going to work out. Oh, damn, this is fucked up.
You know why though? It be because of we be thinking with what we see.
Whoo, gotta hit the horn.
It be we like he was saying that in the book, bro. He was saying that in the book.
Yeah,
like,
thinking what we see now.
Not what you're learning, not what your systems that you're putting in place, but because of what you see, like damn, I'm seeing that this ain't working out right now. It ain't got nothing to do with what you got going on in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, like. Shit, I just literally did that shit today. I ain't even going to stunt. I said I quit today. I literally said that shit. I said, man, I quit, dog.
See, that was the voice inside.
Bro, I do it once a month. I bullshit you not, bro.
I'm done with this shit.
Once a month I do that. I'm like, man, I quit. I be on my Cuba Gooding Jr. Just sick of this shit. Yeah. And then I be having to really sit there like, all right, bro, for real, what's really the issue? Is it because you already know what you got to do and you don't feel like doing that shit?
Yeah.
Because 9 times out of 10, we was just talking about that. That's really what it be. You be like, damn, I got all this shit ahead of this that I need
just
done.
to get to there.
But you're so focused on that, you're not focusing on the next 2 steps. Like you worried about the steps around the corner, bro. You gotta get these first 2 steps in first.
Do you think that's because people are focused on the moments?
I feel like
the moments of I need to be out of town. I need to have them J's on. I need to have that chain on.
It be that.
I need to be in that moment.
It be that, or it be like because of what you got in place, you battle with what you're trying to build and what you're seeing. So the issue be what you're trying to build is over here. But what you see is blocking that shit. And you be like, damn, like.
Or maybe, hold on. You said, I heard you saying, but maybe it's because the vision's inside. You see where you want to go, but what you see with your real eyes, your fleshly eyes, like, that's when you be like, oh, this ain't working out.
This is all
because in your brain,
saying.
You're like, oh, it supposed to look like that.
it's like all right, like how the Mexican got the border wall.
Yeah.
Bro, we're only seeing the border wall.
Yeah.
We're not seeing past through Mexico.
Yeah, we're not.
That's the issue that happens a lot. And it's you arguing with that, like, damn, like prime example, true life shit. Prime example today. I did an event. I was sitting there and I was just like, man, why the fuck am I here? I don't even know why I said it to myself. I was set up and I was just irritated. I don't even know why. I think it was more so because I'm just like, I'm ready for the process to hurry up. But
irritation.
You gotta go through this for you to get to wherever you need to be. Whatever that is.
It's like waiting in line and getting a long line for a ride.
I feel like I'm still in line.
I'm trying to get in on that ride, fam, and get up to the top.
Bro, and I feel like it's to the point I'm in line and they about to close.
Ooh. Maybe. Ooh, what if it's this too though? Life is like a roller coaster. We all in line just to go up, just to go down. Woo! Just to go down and around
facts.
And go crazy.
No, facts.
And don't even realize that you just went in the whole circle.
And then once it's done,
you back in line.
Back in line. You got to get back in line. Because think about it, once you get to a certain goal,
that's analogy.
now you got another goal to get to. There's
Do it
another
again.
goal.
There's another new ride.
Bro, there's always
There's
a
a
new
new
ride.
ride.
Always a new ride, bro. Facts. So you be like, damn, all right, I did that. What to do next?
Yeah.
And I think that's where it's like it's a crazy. You gotta embrace it when it happens. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you get to a certain goal, embrace it. Please embrace it.
And be happy for yourself.
Please be happy for yourself.
Don't beat yourself up because you be
Please
like,
don't.
well, yeah, I got this, but this ain't what I really wanted. Like, no, don't do that, bro. Because that's called
out.
that because, bro, your attitude determines your altitude. Literally,
facts.
you know what I mean? When Steve Harvey said that, I understood what he's saying. He's saying like, yo, how you. That's like slapping God in the face. Like, what? Like, I don't want this. Like, oh, I didn't bless you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't look down. I ain't had to do none of that because even in the process of us being born, there's millions of them Johns going up.
Bro, you was over
And
there
only
elbowing.
way you
was
had this
elbowing,
slide
punching
up
the
in
shit
that.
out of him. Just
And
to
you
get
made it.
Facts.
And you was born in this world and somebody took care of you, raised you into this point where you're in a full adult that you
out
can handle
here-
your own.
And we out here complaining.
And we complaining.
And
Because
all them motherfuckers died.
do you think I think we complaining
Forever ago.
I think we complaining because, bro, we living for the city and not for our own spirit self. We living to be rich and have dollars and have women and be at clubs and take nice pictures on that gram. That's what we living for. And not realizing that we got to live for our spiritual self, like the self that needs peace. Because they don't understand there's a lot of rich people that stress the fuck out right
They
now.
don't mean shit.
Yeah, I mean, nigga think, bro, they think that, oh, you gonna get up there and it's gonna be peaches and what? Bro, could you imagine losing 100,000? No, bro, you gonna lose your head. Those people know how to weather that. They be like, all right, I lost 100,000, but look, I'm about to sell this asset over here and get that bread back, and I'm gonna pay them bills, and I'm gonna do what I do. You gotta know how to maneuver. So what I'm saying is, through the essence of that process that you're talking about, they learned some things in between there that we didn't learn yet.
Facts.
So you can't judge people based on we're up here or wherever they're at in life, because you got to understand is that they honestly to God, if they got it the righteous way, they went through some shit to get there.
Facts, bro.
They went through some painful nights and tears. I heard a dude that owned a major companies nationally. He's a black African American. I can't remember what type of business he owned. He got a podcast and everything, but I realized when I seen his video, he said he lived in like somewhere in Africa. He showed his old crib. He said, I used to listen to the rain and visualize my new life. And now I'm here. I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
So he said I used to sit in near poor. You talking about somebody that's poor.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about this poor. Like this poor over here ain't nothing. That's a third world country.
America poor is different.
You know what I mean? So it's like we rich compared to them. We got a head start. But people think that they down at the bottom based on somebody that got to watch on Instagram and sitting on a yacht.
I feel like
That's crazy.
Even with that though, you're right. But also I feel like just from my like experience now, sometimes you beat yourself up because you be like, damn, I wasted this time. There's this time and this period where I could have just stopped all that shit.
Right.
And could have been in front of the home front, in front of everybody else.
Right.
And not realizing it. Or you'll see people or one thing I had to say to myself, I said, I can't be upset because this person that's younger than me got to it faster than me because he understood it before I did.
Right.
Bro, I had to say that to myself because I was like, damn, like, because I got upset one day and I was just like, damn, like, what the fuck? Like, what did I do wrong for it not to work out how it needed to? And I'm like, you had to go through this experience regardless because this was a part of your movie. There's nothing that you could do about how your movie was supposed to play out, even down to, I forget what book it was that we was reading, and they were just speaking on the right time and the right place for a lot of shit.
Leadership.
Like,
That leadership book.
it might have been.
Might have been a
It
leadership.
might have been because they
Maxwell.
was talking about, they was talking about the dude. He was in New York and they were speaking on how he started to make garments. He started with aprons, and then from aprons he started making all types of garments, and that's what got him up. And this is when rent was $7, but you know nowadays that $7 will be $2,500 regardless. That's what it adds out to be. But like knowing that and knowing that he was at the right place at the right time, you can't fault yourself. You are at the right place at the right. I had to say that to myself, like, yo, you're at the right place at the right time, because maybe if you would have got it sooner, it wouldn't have worked out how you needed it to.
I just look at life like this, and my perspective is that God just wants to see your obedience to him, because you shall return. You shall return.
You feel like that as in you need to have that relationship with God in general?
Yeah, just spiritually. Because at the end of the day, we all are here on borrowed time. And when we're here on borrowed time, I look at my life as it's just like, when I'm going to be here, but I'm going to be gone. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm going to be here, but we don't know our expiration dates. No. But at that time when it happens, it's like, you know, it's tragic, but at the same time, it just says, okay, I put you on earth to be a service to the people. Look, all right, look what we got. We got social media. I can connect with anybody around the world on this platform.
I swear.
Right? So what's this dude with Wallow did? We say 365 days a year, I'm going to keep putting out a positive message on my Instagram. Just because I want to do it, not because people want to see me and I want to get followers. That's called vanity, because you're just feeding you. I'm talking about feeding them. So if you every time you get on the platform, you say, what do I want to tell the people today? And you tell the people what they want to, you tell them what you want to tell them. Guess what happens? The magic happens. It's just like you selling the clothes, bro. You want to do that because you want to do that.
Sure.
So what happens? The magic happens.
Sure.
I want to do marketing because I want to do it. The magic happens. Mm-hmm. When I start getting into, I want to make money and start going after that, guess what? The shit start going left.
Bro, everything goes left.
Because the intention turn is wrong. Mm-hmm. Nipsey Hussle said it. You got to know what is your intention? What is your intention on why you're doing this? So we need to ask that question, like, okay, what are my intentions on when I'm doing this? Am I doing this for the people? Because of pride? And most people are. They're like, yeah, I got a little fly. You know, the hoes gonna love me. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, what does that mean, bro? I had to ask myself those questions when I was younger. Like, what did that mean? That didn't mean anything. Yeah, I hit her. Yeah, what does that mean nothing. Yeah, I mean, that's cool, bro, but what does that mean? So there's no rewards, bro, for fucking them, all the hoes. There's no rewards for shooting niggas. There's no rewards for having, you know what I'm saying, to being flying, having the nicest cars. There's no rewards. Nobody doesn't give a fuck. Matter of fact, you got more haters that hate the fact that you got that shit. Sure. So at the point, you just need to say to yourself, yo, I'm going to do me, and I'm going to love what I do based on what God gave me. So when I get in contact with my spirit, God says, look, this is what we're going to do. Then life starts moving you, and you start moving with life. You don't, us becoming grown men and taking care of kids is because we move with life. Sure. We said, oh, you know what, bro? I don't gotta say boys no more. I'm not in Wilkesburg no more. I'm not on 1121 Raw serving niggas. I'm not in the streets, you know what I'm saying, trying to be on all the bitches. I'm not in the bars, bro. I'm at the crib. I'm with the kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm either laying in the bed with my woman, and I'm keeping it safe. Mm-hmm. Now, that's what protects us. But those niggas don't understand is that you being outside doing all that wild shit gets you fucked up. And then you in the mix worrying about, oh, yeah, niggas is hating. Yeah, them niggas was talking about me. Yeah, I got to slide on them niggas. Like, bro, now you in the mix of bullshit. Mm-hmm. That doesn't have no rewards. You want to be tough. Tough gets you killed. So you could be tough. That's cool. But you aiming for some shit that does not give no rewards. When niggas see a man, niggas, keyword, niggas is boys. I'm gonna just say that. They're boys, not boys, but boys as in kids. They play around in the street.
B-O-I-S.
So and this is no offense. I'm not coming at nobody's neck, so I just want y'all to understand this. When you become a man, it hurts. It hurts a lot. Because there are things that you're gonna realize about yourself that is a boyish way. Sure. Women will call it out because they have an intuition that you have never seen. Mm-hmm. They'll be like, oh, you acting like a boy. Like you doing, you know what I mean? There's in other cities that got 5 cars at the 22 or 2-3 cars, got a whole house, paying all his bills, and he can take care of shorty. Sure. That's because there's a type of pressure that made him a man that he was able to accept and roll with the punch and say, this is the way it is. Most people that don't want to go with the flow want to be the boy. It's just real. It's just real. You just want to be the kid. You want to be the kid. You want to, and I've been there. I'm telling y'all from my experience because I wanted to be the boy. I still wanted to, I want to look fly, yeah, man, my chains on, fam, I'm a little good, I'm saying, I'm on the hose. But that don't mean nothing. It just, it's stupid. It really is dumb. So I'm just trying to tell you, like, when you become a man, there's a time where that shit's it's gonna hurt. Because you're gonna realize that, damn, all I'm doing is spending all my money in the club. All I'm doing is, you know what I mean, messing with this shorty, and I got this kid, and I ain't even got the time to take care of this kid and that kid. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, I give her money, I get the kids money. Kids need time, bro. Mm-hmm. Time. Mm-hmm. That's, what do they give you when they send you to jail? Time. Facts. It's the most important commodity. Facts. So they're going to give you that time. Facts. So they're going to be like, all right, time with a kid. I don't remember none of the fucking J's. All my J's. I remember some of them. I don't remember none of them J's my dad was buying. I don't give a fuck about none of them games he was buying. I remember that I didn't get the time. Yeah. So what's more valuable as a grown man that I realized that I got to give my kids time?
Yeah, because that's what they remember, bro. That's what they remember.
And you one of the great fathers, man.
I appreciate you, bro.
Speak on that.
Appreciate you,
Speak
brother.
on that.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, you one of the great fathers. I see how you move with your kids.
Man, it's understanding that it's only up to you. Like, cause sometimes I ain't gonna stunt. There'd have been multiple times I be on some, man, fuck it, they mom moving like this, and that. There had to be a couple times I had to check myself. My mom done check me. My dad done check me. You know what I mean?
Speak on it.
And they hit me with this is what you signed up for. And you need to remember that.
Facts.
Like that's basically like how they put it towards me. And I had to understand that, like, shit, we got your back, but you still got to do your part.
You got to do what the fuck you got supposed to be doing.
You got to do your part. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, bro, I had to go into that realization, like, even though, like, I do social media a lot with my business page, but there's a lot of pictures that you don't see me in before, like, I really start going back and forth with the social media, all like that, like crazy. Like, it's a lot of friends that passed away that I don't have pictures with, like good pictures, you know what I mean? Which is kind of fucked up. So I'm starting to take more pictures just because of that. But just going into the factor of not being seen, bro. I had to go into that, like, I ain't gotta be out here hustling. I ain't gotta be out here clapping every bitch just cause she want me to hit it, or cause she wanna smoke weed, or cause she wanna party. I ain't gotta go to the bar just to go to the bar. I knew it was bad when I started going to the bar just for the chicken, bro. I ain't go to the bar for that.
I'm just going here to get the easy.
Bro, I swear to God, cause they be like, yeah, we got wings, 50 cents. Shit, I'm gonna get me a Corona, smoke me my squad, and I'm gonna get my wings. I'm gonna eat 3 of them bitches, and I'm gonna take them bitches to the crib.
You know what messed me up? Last time I went out to the bar, like, you know what I mean? I sometimes go to Burn or something like that. I like the grown and sexy thing now. That's how I know I'm getting older. But the last time I was at Senior Frogs. I was with my man LaSalle. Shout out to my man LaSalle. You know what I mean? We in the bar. But I remember I came back from Miami like a week after that. I remember I had a blast in Miami, but as I'm in that bar, bro, I'm so drunk, I'm spitting liquor on the floor.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, what am I doing here?
Yeah.
I said, bro, what are you doing here? You in here thinking about business. Oh my life, I'm drunk, but I'm thinking about business and shit. I'm in my mind thinking about opportunities. I'm like, what am I doing here? This ain't even my atmosphere no more. Like, bro, we did this a million times. I did this already. Like, I jumped off the porch as a young kid and did this type of stuff. Like, where we was clubbing since Jets. Y'all don't know about that, but I'm old head. But Jets, you know what I mean? But we was clubbing as teenagers when they had clubs for us. So you be thinking about that and be like, man.
Ask your mama.
Yeah, questions. Crowbar. Y'all know about that. That's old.
Club Zoo.
Yeah, it was lit back in the day.
Deja vu.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying the altar.
What's up, Ludic? Good actor, Ludic.
That's how you know we was clubbing. You know what I mean? We know all the spots. So that let me know, like, at the end of the day, it just comes down to, as a man, you really start maturing and you start understanding, like, if you go and party, you party like a man. If you gonna go out, you gonna go out like a man. You gonna go with your woman, or you gonna rap music.
I just lost a quarter down at Rivers, I ain't tripping. Parent-teacher conference with my glizzy, I ain't slipping. Ay, I still go to Hooks and Homewood to get my chicken. Ay, they ask me why I risk so much, I say I'm from the trenches. Baby. With all my chains on me, controversy strippers came to me. Poppy rain on me, I ain't got no crutch or sprain on me, but I got cane on me.
Gonna be with your fellas and y'all gonna have a good time. Y'all know y'all ain't trying to get violent. Y'all know y'all ain't trying to get into nothing crazy. Y'all know you ain't nobody. You know what I mean? That's the time being real. I'm not toking no guns with my mans, and I'm like, bro, we ain't out here trying. I'm not trying to harm nobody. But you know what I mean? If it was that type of situation, I know what we got to do. But I'm just being real. Like as a man, us teenager boys and going in our 20s. When you're in your 20s, my uncle told me, man, them is your fuck up years. You gonna fuck up a lot of shit because if you was raised in the environments that we was raised in Wilkesburg, me and him both, in different parts of the Wilkesburg. But if you was raised in Homewood, if you was raised in Garfield, if you was raised on the north side, Manchester, Northview, if you was raised in, you know what I'm saying, in these gutters, if I missed the hood, the Hill District, because my dad's from the Hill,
South
you know what I'm saying, South Side, any of these hoods, in these environments where your parents didn't have a lot, they was on food stamps, you was in broken situations, 9 times out of 10, it's hard for you to deal with your emotions because you dealt with them the way you knew, figured it out as a kid. So when you start to rebuild yourself, you gotta, it's an evolution of facing who you is and then changing that. But that's not an overnight process. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you can't get the things and think that you're gonna change. You can't think that you're going to get a Lambo, you're going to change. You can't think that you get $1 million right now, you're going to change. Most NBA players go broken because they're not efficient in the mind to understand how money works. Mm-hmm. They haven't read the books. They haven't went through the process. There's a nigga that just been hooping all his life, and he got on. Now he like, yeah, I got to help my uncle, my auntie, and they helping everybody. Now he gone broke. What I'm explaining to you is that if we don't go through the process of becoming the person to get to the to get to the from the S and from the E and the S to the B and the I, then we can never get there because you gotta change you. And that's a day by day process. Like my brother Lay said, it's a day by day, and we don't a day by day by day. And you can't get mad if you fell short. There's times I don't hit my goals on that I wrote down the night before. Swear. And I just exit out and say, I got another day to do it. But the fact that I keep on doing it is where I become stronger. All of us has hit the ground and landed on our heads and our shoulders when we as babies. We all had to learn how to walk on this earth. Mm-hmm. They said the globe is spinning, but we had to learn how to walk on it.
No, facts.
You feel me? We done failed 1,000 times. We don't remember that, but that happened. Mm-hmm. So the fact that happened, that means that that's life. We got to hit our head a couple times, but as long as we focus on the goal ahead of us and say, okay, I want to be this. I want to be in real estate. Okay, then we need to be focused on real estate. We need to be watching YouTube videos on that. We need to be reading about that shit. We need to focus so hard that this is what we do, and to the point that it leads you into a room that you to the point 5 years later, you be like, bro, I'm doing multi-million-dollar deals, or bro, or I got a couple properties, bro, I got like 5 of them. You like, what, bro? How you get into that?
But even with that, they gotta understand that it's gonna get hard.
Yeah,
it's gonna get dark.
But why does it get hard? Because you're changing.
Oh yeah, for sure. But even with that, like, you know, a lot of times when it gets hard, we want to give up. You know what I mean? Like you want to give up instantly, like, and this with anything. Think about it. We play a game. If we get killed 3 times, fuck it, I ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? If you playing basketball and you playing 33, after you done shot 40 shots, but you see the other dude got 29, you already know the game's over.
Hey.
But even with that though,
that part,
they need to understand that you still have a chance. He didn't get 33 yet. It don't matter how far you are from the finish line, you can still finish. But keep realizing that it's just you in the race, man. Like, it's you in the race. It's not you going up against nobody. Nobody's beside you. Nobody's in front of you. Nobody's behind you, unless you make it feel that way. You can't make yourself feel like that. Like, even down to, like you were saying, bro, with the going out and stuff like that. I started thinking to myself, like, damn, like, me going out, turning up, this, that, and the third on the weekend. Bro, you can do that shit with the kids, bro.
Facts.
You could turn up with the kids. Trust me, you could turn up with the
And
kids.
they turn up.
I pull out the Nerf guns. You play Fortnite.
And they'll give you a run for the money.
Board games, whatever you want to do. And they'll be like, shit, we can stay up when you try to go to bed. They ask you type shit. You feel me? So it's a just make sure they go to bed. School time started again. Just so y'all know. So, but it's a wonderful feeling that you get to do these things. And sometimes I feel like I know when I was younger, I took advantage of that because I had the kids, but I wanted my time back as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was like, damn, I got a kid. I could take her to mom's crib so I can go have some fun. When all in all, we could have just been having fun together doing whatever we was doing. And
Right.
I'm not saying I wasn't having fun with my kids. I'm just stating that compared to then till now, like I get it. Have your grown up time. If you like going out, cool, that's fun, fine and dandy, as long as it's in a respectable manner. But long and behold, more than ever right now, a lot of people is getting killed over somebody else's problems.
Right. And I just want to say this. Don't try to give yourself, because I have done this. Don't try to set a timer and be like, yo, 90 days I should be up.
Swear.
Yeah, it means, all right, let's just be realistic.
Tomorrow I'm having
all right,
billions.
the goal is, I would just say your goal is to make, your goal is to be like, bro, I need to make 10 grand a month. All right, give yourself some grace, bro. You gotta learn something that's gonna produce that. Then you gotta get into it. Then you gotta be able to know how to sell. You gotta have the leadership skills. To having a business is hard. This ain't no easy walk. So even that process. So creating systems and being able to have people work with you. Me and Lay been working for 3 years. So like that was we went through a process of learning each other. So it's like, it's not something that's just overnight. I don't want you to think like, oh yeah, man, I'm gonna just do these things and I'm gonna learn and grow and I'm gonna be able to what I'm saying is that once you start growing, fall in love with that. Mm-hmm. Fall in love with the fact that you're not where you used to be last year.
Facts.
And when you fall in love with that, then you're going to give yourself so much grace because you can be like, bro, I'm way, yeah. Mm-hmm. You start looking, and you got pictures. I don't know if you're a person that take pictures, but if you take pictures, you can look back on your life and be like, you can see where you're at. In my life right now, I'm in a rebuilding stage. And like bro said, I love when you just said that you said, it's okay not to be in the spotlight. And I've been feeling that. I've been loving that. I don't care about being on the net. Yeah, I show my face here and there, but I don't really care no more. Mm-hmm. I used to care. But now that I don't care, because it's like, all right, bro, now I'm finding who me is. Like, now I'm learning who I am. I know what my strengths is, and I know when I'm being stretched. Meaning I know when trials and tribulations are coming and problems are occurring, I'm learning to be like, it's okay. There's a solution. There's a solution to everything. That's another thing. Focus on solutions only. Do not focus on your problems. I understand we got problems, but the more you focus on the problem, you're amplifying it with a magnifying glass, and it's growing. Right now, it's growing because you're focused on, I can't stop, take my mind off. No, focus on something that can fix that. And then now, once you find out the solution that can fix that, you need to find out, like, all right, now how can I do that?
And keep it a being. Most solutions are simple.
Simple.
We feel like they're not, but like think about it. It even be certain times we pull teeth like, damn, I gotta pay this bill. Mm-hmm. You know you gotta pay this bill. You know this bill.
You know what it is.
This bill comes every month. And you gotta sit there with
don't
yourself.
Don't play
like,
with it.
You know what? You right. I know that this bill comes up. You know this bill comes every month. So it gets to that point in notation to understand, like, I know it's coming. I know it's going to be here. It's not going nowhere. It's going to sit on the back of your back and just look at you until you're ready to deal with it. You got to make sure that dealing with it is not. You don't stress yourself out because you got to deal with it. It's going to have to happen regardless.
And just to piggyback off that, I can honestly say that's where it comes back to that's why that book, bro, he's talking about emotional intelligence towards the end. He's like, you're poor because of your emotional intelligence.
Facts.
Every time you got the money, what is pulling your emotions to spend it? Mm-hmm. Where it's not supposed to be spent. What do you say to yourself? You say things like, yeah, I gotta have a drink.
Swear.
What? Hold on. You gotta have a drink. So now you done bought the bottle. You said a drink. Now you bought the bottle though. A drink's at the bar, but we talking about the bottle. You bought the bottle. All right, now I'm a victim of this because it's with the weed. All right, look, so you bought the sack. Now you like, damn. And then I know we got Cash App. You can see the receipts of all the transactions. So I'm letting y'all know. You can see like, damn, I spent that much.
Sure.
Over time, but you be like, damn, that could have been with me. So the thing is, when we start tracking our emotion to the decision, and the decision and the emotion is only based on what you've been thinking about. So how we've been thinking, meaning that we need to change our thoughts and how we speak into ourselves when they're not sad ourselves. Back to what I was saying.
No, that's
It's big facts. So this whole thing and this whole episode was really just about empowering y'all to understand that you must change. You have to change. If you don't change, your life will be the same forever. And you will die in an old folk home, swindling away and having regrets that you didn't take action on decisions that needed to be made when they needed to be made. God gives us all opportunity for us to win. But we got to move with life and stop going against the fucking tidal wave and getting wiped out.
There's a season for everything, man. Y'all got to realize there's a season for everything. Everything happens for a reason. I know there'll be times that when it happens, in the moment, you're going to be like, why the fuck is it me?
What's going on?
Because of me? Why is it me? Why is it happening to me? But it's not happening to you. It had to happen.
For you.
This had to happen because there's always going to be something that's going to change. Something that's going to think about it. We got to get a haircut, every 2 weeks to a month? Because why? Because your hair grows. There's nothing you can do about it. It's the same way if you eat too much, you're going to have to get a bigger pair of pants.
You go bald.
Yeah. But even you going bald,
you still got to get his skin.
You still got to shave your head.
Oh, God.
My pops do it. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying? You still got to shave your head. So you got to understand that there's always going to be change. And nothing's going to prepare you for it. You just got to go with it.
Change, man. And that's my last words for y'all, man, is just make the change, start growing, read the books, and get in touch with God. I don't know if you believe in Christianity, whatever you believe in, but get into your spirit, man, and really, tap into yourself to really understand, and get away from social media. Download for a minute, meaning, shut off the Instagram, delete the apps or something. You can still stay logged in, but you can delete the apps like I do.
Even turn off the TV.
Yeah, turn off the TV, man. Get out the Netflix, get out the shows, and really focus. When you start to get with you, then you'll start to know what you really, really want to do out here. And then let me get this last advice, because I'm going to stop right here. Write it the fuck down, please.
It makes
makes
a difference.
It makes a huge difference. You're bringing it into reality when you write it down.
It makes a difference. And like we said before in the beginning of this segment, of this show, rest in peace to everybody that did pass away. Condolences to you and your families.
Yes. Condolences.
Pittsburgh, we got to do better.
We got to do better.
We got to do better.
Yeah.
We got to do better. Like I said it on the story, if you really ain't in the streets, get the fuck out the street.
And get out the way.
For real.
Some of y'all are 9-to-5ers.
Get the fuck out the street.
Yeah, don't be hustling.
Handle your business if you got to handle your business. But when it really comes down to it, let's be real. Get the fuck out the streets, man. And actually live your life.